Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Red versus blue related, but I don't know why I'm like hyping this up like you guys haven't already seen the thumbnail and the title and being like, yes, Ryan, we know what we were stepping into. That's why we clicked on the video. But yes, we're going to be watching a death battle for the Reds and the Blues. So, in obviously the last episode of Red versus Blue that we watched, they had a whole death battle episode, which was fucking epic, by the way. And a lot of people mentioned that they do like a Red versus... I already knew about it because a lot of people had mentioned it like when I was like way earlier on in the season, but of course I couldn't watch it because, you know, spoilers. But since we've pretty much finished the whole story, I really hope I didn't... I mean, this is from 3 years ago, so I think I'll definitely be out of the spoilers. Plus, you guys were recommending that I watch it, and you are quite careful when it comes to recommending me stuff when, you know, it involves spoilers. So, I trust you guys. I don't think I'm going to get any spoilers whatsoever. I don't think I can get any spoilers whatsoever at this point. But, yeah. Death battle. Reds versus the Blues. Before we begin, though, we are going to speak about something. Today's sponsor. I'm only kidding. Of course we don't have a fucking sponsor. No, we're gonna have a discussion real quick about who I think is gonna win between the Reds versus the Blues. So just off rip, before I even like think about it, I'm going to say it's gonna be the Blues. And that could be, again, me just being me and just wanting them to win, because I don't know, I've always gravitated more towards the Blues than the Reds. I don't know why. I just feel like story-wise, it was a lot more centered and based around the Blues, especially with the whole church thing and everything. And you know, Caboose is like my favorite character because he's just so fucking stupid. I don't know what it is. Like, I've just always preferred the Blues over the Reds, but I do love the Red characters as well. Like they are great. Sarge, Griff, everybody, Donut, even though technically he's not red. Although don't tell him that because apparently he takes quite the offense to it. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Blues just off rip and say that I think they're going to win. No premise or thinking necessary. That is just my thoughts. But I only think that because, well, if you're just being church, if you're not being AI church like Epsilon or Alpha or whatever, then, you know, at the beginning, church was a mediocre boss, to say the least. And Sarge has, I mean, he's nuts, batshit crazy, but at least he's kind of a leader, at least more of a leader than what Church would be if it was just that version of Church. But if we're talking about like AI Epsilon level Church, then, you know, they have that whole thing helping them. Caboose is a detriment to the blue team, so I don't really know about that. But yeah. Tucker's a really good soldier. Caboose is freakishly strong as well and resilient, despite being an absolute buffoon. And he will more than likely lay down his life for somebody else because he, you know, he's just that way, man. My boy, true soldier. Whereas the Reds, like I said, Sarge, I mean, he's a leader in his own right, and the dude's like really smart. It's been proven many times that he is actually a capable soldier. And he is like a soldier through and through. Griff, I mean, he's basically the liability. He is the Caboose. He's just pure laziness. Like, if sloth was coming to being, like the sin, that embodies Griff. Or Griff embodies that, should I say? Yeah, guys, lazy as fuck. Simmons, super smart. So you know you've got something going there. Donut. Are they going to include Sister? I don't know. It'd be funny if we go. I'm sitting debating all of this, and I click on it, and it's got nothing to do with those guys. It's just the actual Reds and the Blues in general, like that. Just the team. Oh, that'd be great. I've just wasted all of my time. Anyways, and before I start rambling, let's just crack on with the video. I can't wait. It's like 20 minutes, so 20 minutes of high octane Reds versus Blues battles is awesome. Awesome, let's go.
Edison versus Tesla. Coke versus Pepsi. Goku versus Superman.
No, they're all up there.
Lasted nearly 2 decades or spawned epic battles like our second favorite web series, Red versus Blue.
With the red team, even though most of them don't actually wear red.
And the blue
Of course,
team,
Lopez.
perpetual ocean-colored rivals. For this battle, we'll be bringing these two groups back to where it all started.
To
Blood
find out what would have
Gulch.
happened if they had stopped dicking around and actually just fought for real.
Just a note, we will be locking any artificial intelligence characters within their primary bodies, since
It is. All right, yeah. Well, that answers my question. It is, in fact, just regular old church then.
they're generally invincible unless they stumble into an EMP.
You mean an imp?
What?
It's true. He's got a point. Yeah.
Stick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons.
Well, he's in
and
physical
skills
form,
to
so
find
maybe
out who would win
maybe
a
it's- I don't
death
know.
battle.
Brian, you're trying to analyze it, man. Just give it a second. It'll show you.
Yeah? You ever wonder why we're here?
Not long from now, in a galaxy theoretically exactly where we are, humanity goes to war with an alien covenant.
That they
The
did.
United Nations Space Command came up with a ton of plans to win, and one of those was called Project Freelancer.
Essentially an experiment using AI to create invincible super soldiers. In order to fabricate scenarios to train these highly advanced warriors, Freelancer opted for a unique approach.
Dumping a bunch of losers in a box canyon and telling them they're at war with each other.
Enter the Red Team.
Hell
Dick
yeah.
Simmons, Dexter Griff, Franklin Delano Donut, Lopez the Heavy, and their leader, Super Colonel Sarge. Yes, that is
Super
his full
Colonel
name and
Sarge.
You know how they say
What a
prejudice
fucking
is
name,
taught,
man.
not born? Well, they haven't met Super Colonel Sarge.
All right, let's quickly go through these. So Sarge, rank, Super Colonel, self-appointed medical officer. Well, I wouldn't let him touch me if I was on the brink of death. Richard Dick Simmons, 1/8. Oh my god, yeah, forget about that. I forgot about that whole thing with Griff and Simmons. Nice. Ambidextrous, I guess that helps in a fight. Dexter Griff, designated driver. It's orange, not yellow. Yeah. I see it. I like that. Franklin Delano Donut grew up in Iowa, survived a grenade to the head. So what I'm getting from that is durable, incredibly durable. And Lopez the Heavy, primary objective, fix everything. Built a hologram chamber in seconds. That he did, which got used like the tiniest bit and then just was never seen again. Granted, they weren't really on Blood Gulch, so they had no use for it.
Who I bet was screaming how much he hates blue the second he popped into the world.
Attention, Blue Team! This is the Red Team! We are here to destroy you! Your long reign of being the shittiest team around is about to come to a sudden and cataclysmic end!
Once an orbital drop shock
Yes.
shooter, Sarge was unfortunately discharged after developing a fear of heights, only to be picked up by Project Freelancer to achieve his dream.
Lead the glorious Reds against the dirty Blues. Ah, man, he's great. He seems like the kind of guy you could just have a catch with.
Yeah,
Sure,
definitely.
Sarge may be an unorthodox leader, but he knows his men very well.
Hey, he's good enough to keep dorks like Griff and Simmons around for 17 seasons, and those two spend a lot of time together.
It's a complicated relationship, though you may be surprised at their capabilities. Simmons may be a brilliant geek, like myself, but he proves stereotypes wrong by changing his armored suit in just 4 seconds.
Well, how about this?
How did you change so fast?
I've always been a fast changer.
Mjolnir armor is designed to be applied by Spartans within a considerable few minutes. This would imply Simmons is 90 times faster than the average super soldier.
Goddamn.
He's also technically a cyborg, but everyone forgets that these days.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Griff
Yeah, I
is the
did.
laziest member of the team who only cares about pizza and Oreos. He's my favorite. He's also been hit in the nuts more times than I can count, and he's still standing today. That's some balls of steel right there.
Then
Ouch.
there's Donut. Easily duped, but always a joy. He's clearly identifiable by his lightish red armor.
Was your eyes going bad?
It's lightish red. God
Donut
damn
has
it.
shown incredible tenacity. He was once shot through the
Roja.
chest, causing his armor to lock up, and was left bleeding out on the ground for over a year, but he got better.
And he's got the best throwing armor.
He got
threw a
better.
grenade halfway across the canyon.
Which is over 1,500 feet long.
And last of all is the team robot who hates everyone, Lopez.
Hola.
Lopez.
Lopez. Hey, regresado.
No matter how many times they rebuild him, they can never figure out how to fix that language setting. Oh well,
The Reds carry a standard Spartan assortment of magnums, battle rifles, and SMGs.
But if I had to pick one weapon of the bunch, I'd have to go with Sarge's trusty shotgun.
Seriously? The weapon with the shortest range?
Wiz, how long have we known each other?
Boomstick.
Have you never looked at my leg before? Besides, an effective range of 45 meters is almost the length of an Olympic swimming pool. Watch your back, Michael Phelps. I know how to beat you now.
You take your chin off if you shoot like that.
Their hallmark vehicle, the Warthog.
You mean the Puma?
AKA Chupa Thingy. This 3-ton
Although I'm pretty sure Sarge
Sarge
missed a point-blank range shot, right? In one of the seasons.
Somehow the Reds always find new ways to break the thing.
Lucky that Sarge is a good mechanic. And you know what they say, Wiz? Good mechanics make for good fathers.
But what I find most baffling is that for some reason, these low-life dimwits have been given the most state-of-the-art Space Marine armor in the galaxy.
Oh yeah, the Mark 6 Mjolnir suit.
Mjolnir.
Gesundheit. Titanium plating, energy shields, hydrostatic gel, liquid metal crystal. These babies can take one hell of a beating.
Apparently strong enough to withstand
How many times did he get
the
shot?
50 megaton bomb.
Oh shit.
Gotta love it when a bomb goes off that's so big, you think it sent you to the future. Good times.
But when push came to shove, the Reds banded together to take down one of the deadliest warriors in the galaxy, the Meta.
God, that fight was so good. Anyways, what was it? Somehow burned down a water park, mapped out the teleporter nexus, outsmarted Eon-aged artificial intelligence. Pretty cool. Survived the 50 megaton bomb, key figures in toppling Project Freelancer, sort of won Blood Gulch by technicality, and defeated the Meta and the Zealots.
Despite all logic
Pretty
and
decent,
the two pillars I hold most dear, I am forced to admit these morons have proven to be a
Achievements.
mind-bogglingly impressive team.
I'm not ordering you to go. I ain't even asking. You do what you gotta do, Private Griff.
I'll go get my car keys.
All right then. Let's move.
The blues. They're not just a great way to sing out all those complicated, messed up feelings you keep down about being fatherless. They're the second half of this epic. But, you know, singing blues would be perfect for this team. They've been through a lot.
Maybe true. Unlike the Reds, they've suffered numerous casualties and are constantly plagued by Project Freelancer's experiments.
You know how they were experimenting with AI? They could only get one, an alpha based on the project's director. Shit went down and they had to hide the alpha where nobody would ever find it.
Apparently, this box canyon in the middle of nowhere seemed the perfect fit.
This is Blue Team.
100%.
Lavernius Tucker, Agent Texas, Sheila, who is a living tank, and Caboose.
After losing
So they're throwing Tex in there as well, huh? I mean, I know technically Tex was obviously in their team at the beginning, but that seems like it's kind of cheating a little bit, doesn't it? Actually, no. Who am I kidding?
original captain to a deadly allergy incident,
Mhm.
Church reluctantly stepped up to be the blue team's unofficial leader.
Spoiler alert, he's the secret alpha AI. I don't know what makes him so special, though. He's a cranky asshole who's terrible at literally everything he does. He doesn't even know he's an AI. He thinks he's a ghost.
But
I mean, come on, cut up some slack here. Anyways, Church, leader, despite having the rank of private, alpha AI based on Project Freelancer, direct the Church. Tucker wears his deceased captain's armor, completely normal thing to do. Trained by Agent Washington. That's a pretty badass person to train, to be fair. Caboose wields a rifle controlled by Freckles. Oh my god, yeah, oh, he can't shoot them. I forgot about that. It just shoots out confetti if he does. Never mind. Caboose is in it. He's in. Has killed more blues than reds. That he has. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Texas, beta AI based on the memories of Allison Church, paired with the Omega AI. Oh, and just Sheila. Okay, I was, original name was Phyllis. I was trying to read this word down here, and I was like, is that a word? I was like, no, Ryan, that's an assortment of letters and numbers, you fucking tool.
remember that 50 megaton bomb? Church's team all survived it too, including himself, while it was inside his own body.
What?
Impressive.
Tucker wants you to think he's a ladies' man. However, after careful, painstaking analysis, we have determined that he has very little game, being that his most frequent hookup is a rock.
He's kind
Hey.
of a badass, though. He
It's a good rock.
stabbed the meta, sure you can Cyclops in the balls, and held off a small army of mercenaries by himself. He even wields a kick-ass energy sword that only works for him.
But for the biggest badass of the bunch, look no further than Agent Texas.
Damn straight.
Tex is an anomaly. She's not really a blue, but a freelancer assigned to the team through circumstance. Yet she's also not really a freelancer, but a robot duplicate hosting an artificial intelligence fragment split from the alpha as a clone of the director's late wife, Allison.
Yeah,
All
guys,
completely
I didn't see
normal.
that coming from when the show started.
Unfortunately, the text fragment is specifically based on the memory of Allison's death and the concept of failure. This means that Tex is literally programmed to fail. Now, this doesn't mean she can't win fights or that her team can't succeed on missions. It's more of a personal defect.
It sure hasn't stopped her from kicking some serious ass.
Damn straight.
Tex was #1 on the freelancer leaderboard, easily caught this giant crate, and could even flip over Sheila. You know, the 66-ton tank with a mind of its own? The perfect companion for Caboose's team killing sprees. You all know Caboose, the funny fan.
Oh, I love
Get you to quote
Caboose.
everything he says, and he's really dumb. Hey, speak of the dummy.
What else is new?
Perfect timing. As this battle will be in Blood Gulch, the usual teleportation units will be in place. The Blues have used these teleporters frequently with varying results. In you go.
Certainly. What could go wrong?
Teleportation is
indeed.
instantaneous. As you can see,
You totally killed him, didn't you?
Oh my god.
Well, aside from Tucker's kick-ass lightsaber, the Blues carry pretty boring weapons. I mean, they don't really need much when they have a robot ninja on their side. Church does have a cool sniper rifle, but he really sucks with it.
which sort of makes sense. Unlike everyone else, Church never experienced any training or combat before Blood Gulch.
You know, that explains a lot.
Even without specialized weapons, Blue Team has a few aces up their sleeves. Agent Tex carries an additional AI fragment, Omega.
I prefer O'Malley.
The fragment of the Alpha.
Why would you prefer O'Malley?
With it, she can use extra enhancement gear, such as a cloaking device. It also affects her personality, quite literally transforming her into a vicious killing machine.
He can
I love the feats. Tucker somehow birthed an alien baby. Now, unless the alien baby shows up to help them at some point, I can't really see how that's a feat. I mean, it's impressive. It's definitely impressive because to this day, I don't know where that came out of. Either his ass is fucking huge now, or something else is now stretched open. And I don't even want to say it. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's fucked up. It's gross. Nobody wants to say it. Moving on. Survived a 50 megaton bomb. Some are strong enough to lift a tank. Yeah, that would be probably just Tex and Caboose, to be fair with you. Tex was ranked the #1 freelancer. Key figures in Toplin Project. Freelancer Caboose beat the Zealots by himself. Defeated Agent Wyoming and Felix.
also pop out of her head and possess other people like a ghost. But remember, we're locking AIs to their bodies because that is super overpowered.
Even though Tex has shown incredible feats of strength, Caboose is surprisingly even stronger. In a robot body identical to the one she used to flip Sheila, Tex was unable to lift Andy the Bomb, while Caboose could do so for extended periods
He's
of
so
time.
fucking good.
After entering an alien temple,
Oh, I
Santa,
love him.
Don't question it. Increased gravity by 10-fold, and Caboose didn't even notice. I remember a certain Saiyan struggling to do something like that. I mean, I guess this means Caboose is better than Goku.
Stop it. Don't you dare open those floodgates.
I'm kidding, you idiot. Still, Caboose was strong enough to defeat a bunch of Tex clones all at once. It's like they say, it's God's way of compensating.
Unfortunately, the blue team has a tendency to get in way over their heads, often losing team members in the process.
But somehow, some way, they always come back together. They're a good team in a weird, stupid way.
Sheila, shut him up.
Son of a bitch!
All right, baby.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
And while the Reds and Blues fight over an empty canyon, you can fight hair loss with keeps.
We don't need to.
God
tell
damn
any
it.
guys watching that. We love our hair.
I don't
Once those
need-
signs of hair loss start cropping up in your
Treatment for free.
I don't have. I'm not losing my hair. God damn it.
.com/death.
But right now,
I don't have the look for bald. Okay, it's a fear of mine. Luckily, my hair is not receding, although some people might say otherwise, because I just don't have the best hairline. It sucks ass, but unfortunately, I don't have one of those like square hairlines. But when I look back when I was a kid, I have the exact same hairline. It starts at the exact same place. So, fingers crossed, I'm not going to lose my hair. Because like I said, if I did that, it would be catastrophic. I do not have the shape, the head shape or anything to do that. I'd have to compensate by just buying as many steroids as I can possibly get my hands on. And I wouldn't leave the gym until I was jacked. Because if you're bald, you've either got to, I don't know, somehow really suit that look, have a beard, which if you haven't noticed through my videos, can't fucking grow to save my life. All right, like before I like shaved, like what was it, last week or whatever, that was like the most hair I'd ever had because I just couldn't be bothered to shave it. And all I can grow is like what you see here, tiny little bits of like sideburn and like stuff like under here. There is no connectors anywhere, so I can't grow a beard, and you have to be jacked. I am neither of those. I go to the gym to stay in relatively okay shape, and that's good enough for me, and I'm happy with that. But if I go bald, you best believe the next time you see me, it's going to be like that montage in Rick and Morty when they just get absolutely slaughtered. That would be me. Anyways, completely irrelevant again, but I'm just saying.
Okay. Why did we bring the flag out here?
Because it's supposed to rain today. You have to remember to take your flag outside when it rains.
None of that is right.
What's a flag got to do with rain? Wait, do you think the flag is an umbrella? Caboose, have you ever seen an umbrella before?
Yoink.
Well, fuck.
Suck on that, Blue!
Yeah, suck it, Blue.
This'll stop them.
Hey, dumbass! The teleporter never worked. Now come on, let's... Wait, where's Caboose?
Great work for that fake weather report, boys. That's the kind of fake news I like.
What fake weather report?
Oh, is that Caboose? Sheila.
Sheila, the only good red is a red in bed.
Griff, quit your staring and get to stepping. On the gas, pronto.
Yeah, I know.
Sheila, look out for that rock. Oh no, there's another one. Who put all these rocks out here?
Damn it, Caboose.
Watch out! In this case, men! Get around and hit from behind, just like John Wayne would have done.
No way, those caves are a maze.
Move over, numbnut!
Hey, don't leave me.
I was gonna say, you just kicked them off.
Here's the plan. We're going to use the Warthog as a battering ram, striking their rear engine, which will rupture and cause the tank to self-destruct in a glorious explosion!
Excellent plan, sir. Except for, well, all of it. You know, maybe...
I'm with Simmons on this one.
Jesus, what was that? Where's it? Simmons? Simmons!
Here, blah.
No!
No, he's like a father to me.
Oh no, a spider?
The best spider.
Yeah! Who else wants a taste of this big D? Bouncing about out! No judging.
End of the line, Reds.
Dirty Blue, for the first time in history, you're exactly right. Today is a good day to die. Charge!
That's just why they're getting so close. They all have guns. Oh, Tech. Oh, I love Techs, man. Such badass. Oh, the cock shot.
Not today, Roboto!
He's straight up about to kill Sarge there. Fuck.
Idiota, no tienes oportunidad contra mí, porque yo soy el López al pasado.
Oh, he full on Game of Thrones them. Yeah.
I've never hit a lady. Good thing you're no lady.
I think you're still not hitting her as well. Poor Griff, man. Oh my god.
About time.
Judge, how do I help? Just stay there, Caboose. I want your help. Help by not helping.
We'll just emoted on them.
Caboose busted.
Don't pick it up. Oh god.
Caboose, no. Sorry, did it.
I mean, he's just taking fucking everybody out.
This is it. This is what it's all about. Red versus blue. Blood versus water. Which is really just lifeless, tasteless, waste of space blood. Destiny awaits. Today, the cerulean devil dies.
Hey, there's the boss.
Coming. Bluff.
Good thing the flag is out.
Hey, looks like we were right.
What a battle! Who knew weather was so important?
As chaotic as the show we all know.
Okay, so the Reds had plenty going for them. They had brains and speed on their side with Simmons, and they had some epic firepower. But the blue team had the grit to overpower them.
When it comes to physical strength, nobody on the red team came close to the raw power of Tex
Yeah,
and Caboose.
no chance.
Flipping Sheila and lifting Andy made that pretty clear. Hell, Sarge even tried to lift Andy once and he couldn't do it. Poor guy. Even with such charisma, leadership qualities, and big dad energy, you can't win them all.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it could be argued Sarge
Poor
has
guy.
more extensive military experience than anyone else. However, Tex's freelancer training was far more intensive than standard military issue.
Just look at what she did to the Reds before. She's a monster.
Not to mention, she technically had 2 lifetimes of training,
Mm-hmm.
a copy of Allison and all.
Yeah, her lame programming meant she couldn't win the fight by herself, but her blue teammates picked up the slack. Tucker even got some freelancer training in too, thanks to Agent Washington, and could hold off a platoon of mercs all by himself.
No one ever said he wasn't good at solo activities.
Oh, and in the fight between tanks versus cars, tanks generally win.
Yeah.
That one's pretty obvious.
The red team may have been extremely resilient, mostly thanks to aggravating stubbornness, but it wasn't enough to survive the stellar skill and the brute force of
I don't like seeing them die though.
If only they could have read.
Even if it's only a what if.
Case of the blues.
I don't like it.
That's even without releasing the obviously superior power of artificial intelligence units.
You know, dummy, you ever wonder why you're here?
All the time.
The winner is the blue team.
Hell yeah. Alright, so it looks like we were in fact right. Looks like the Blues did in fact win. As soon as they said, because I forgot like at the very beginning, Tex was technically a part of the blue team, and I completely overlooked that fact when I was going through them. I was trying to think when I was talking about like Church and Caboose and Tucker and everyone, I was like, did they only have like 3 people? And I was racking my brain. I was like, there's Doc, but technically he was just, he was impartial, because obviously he was purple and he was the Doc. So, I was trying to think, I was racking my brain for ages, but yeah, no, I completely forgot Tex was a part of it, and I mean, that alone, they were doomed from the get-go. Like, the only thing that they had going for them that Tex wouldn't win is the fact that she's literally programmed to lose. So, she would inevitably lose at some point. But other than that, like you said, the Blues were there to pick up the slack. And through that entire thing, the Blues were like just completely dominating. Again, mostly thanks to Tex just being an absolute badass. But the only reason they started to even lose remotely was because of Caboose killing a lot of them. But then again, he did also kill a couple of the Reds. So realistically speaking, is Caboose not the MVP of this whole thing? He killed the most people. And then luckily, was it Tucker that chucked the bomb at the very beginning? Luck. Pure luck. Although I'm fairly certain like a point blank range, I think Caboose is more like the meta. You know, a point blank range shotgun to the throat probably wouldn't even affect them. I'm fairly certain his skin's made out of something just non-human. Or he's that dumb that luck is just on his side. Like, he would shoot, he would like lean down, miss all of the shrapnel that comes out of the shotgun, and then it would somehow ricochet back at Sarge and kill him. Something insane like that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. So if there's any more like recommendations of the death battles that you guys want to see, I'm more than happy to watch them, because I do really enjoy them. I haven't seen them in such a long time, so even the ones that I have seen, I could do reactions to, because I really don't remember them at all. Not since I was gonna say a kid. I wasn't that young. Ah, God. Where did the time go? Anyways, before I start getting depressing, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help massively, and I do massively appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.